I'm said, where am I at, child? Where am I at? What's up, everybody? Day 30. We have made it to 30 days of raising architects. Oh my God, I'm so delighted and so happy about this. You have no idea because, yes, to make it to day 30, I said this before, it's a lot to be on YouTube every single day. So shout out to all the other YouTube creators who are creating content in the various topics. I love it. Shout out to all of you. Pray you all do well. But for those of us who are here because you are following me with this 30-day reset. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry, got a little shoulder action going on here. I am super, super excited. Yes. So let me tell you, first of all, I love this reset. I love that it allowed me to dig deep and really think about even what I'm doing for my own child, right? Or children. The baby, she's too young right now, but it's putting me in a spot to say, Yane, make sure these things are even happening for you, right? That they stay a part of your planning, a part of your conversations when it comes to education, a part of what you're building, right? A part of what you're building. Our last person for today, our day 30, is someone who was active and a part of the civil rights movement. This lady, and if you don't know who you are, I'm about to tell you. Some people fight with weapons. Some people fight with laws. Septima Clark, which is who we are talking about, fought with literacy. Welcome back to the Literacy Reset, 30 days of raising architects. Today is our final reset. And today we defend the right to learn. With all the challenges taking place, every state now trying to figure out what they want to switch out about homeschooling or include now in homeschooling or navigate and try to make difficult for homeschooling. We must understand our position. We must understand with clarity what we are building for our children and be ready to defend it. Be ready to defend it. Because education is not just about personal growth, it is power. And power has always been protected and challenged. And so, as homeschool families, people who are inside the classrooms and so forth, we must fight for our children and adequate literacy, adequate education. We must always defend the right to learn. Okay, that's where I'm at. All right, so now let's really get into this. I'm trying to make sure you guys see what I see. And it's telling me that you can, so that's good. Septima Clark was born in 1898 in South Carolina. She became a teacher when Black educators were paid less and given fewer resources. But her greatest impact came later. During the Civil Rights Movement, many Black citizens in the South were legally blocked from voting through literacy tests, right? And these tests were designed to fail them. Reading comprehension, constitutional interpretation, writing task, not to measure intelligence, but to suppress participation in voting. So Clark designed a response. She created Citizenship Schools. literacy classes for adults, not just reading for reading's sake, reading to vote, reading to participate, reading to claim rights. Thousands learned through her programs, and many went on to become community leaders. Literacy became liberation infrastructure. Here's our principle for day 30. If you control literacy, you influence power. If you control literacy, you influence power. Throughout history, restricting access to education has been a strategy of control. Enslaved people were forbidden to read. Women were denied formal education. Entire communities were redlined from resources. Why? Because literacy builds agency. Septima Clark understood this. She didn't just teach phonics, she taught civic participation. She taught confidence. She taught ownership. She believed that every human being deserved the dignity of understanding systems that govern their lives. And she trained ordinary citizens to step into leadership. I always ask this among my friends in education. What are we preparing children for? Are we open to discuss that? How are we preparing them to lead themselves and lead their own lives? How are we teaching them about citizenship, community, giving back, and helping others without looking for things in return? Just trying to be a good person overall, right? And I know people have their list of things that schools don't teach, but within days of teaching, depending on your school, child, I am going to put that disclaimer out there, depending on the school, most of these things we are teaching inside the classroom. We are teaching inside the classroom. The good teachers are teaching these things inside the classrooms. They are woven into the environment with the good teachers. And shout out to the good teachers who put in that effort every day and go unnoticed. And I'm not just talking about unnoticed as society. I'm talking about even unnoticed from your own principals, your own colleagues. My heart always will go for them, because these hours that people put in to make sure that each of their students are doing well are not paid for. So, her citizenship schools weren't traditional classrooms. They were community spaces, church basements, homes, gatherings. She trained local people to teach their neighbors. This wasn't top-down education. This was, let's focus on our community and build community-based empowerment. And it worked. By the time the Voting Rights Act was passed, thousands had been prepared through literacy training. She turned reading into resistance, writing into voice, and comprehension into courage. And here is the legacy question for all of us. Are we teaching literacy as compliance or as empowerment? I'm going to say that again. Are we teaching literacy as compliance or as empowerment? Look at the world that we're in today. Do we tell our children to sit by it on the side and wait and watch? Or do we tell them to be active and prepare for themselves and the family and the community? It's a lot. It is a lot. What I want to go into now are the things that can actually be done within the homes. And again, I don't like to leave anybody out. Your literacy centers, after school programs, classrooms, etc. Right? Because as long as you are working with the youth, there's something to be taught. And the question is, how do we defend the right to learn in our spaces? First, teach literacy with purpose. Connect reading and writing to real systems, government, economics, media, law. Help children understand how society functions. Second, practice civic literacy. Read primary documents, discuss constitutional principles, analyze current events critically. And by God Almighty, we have a lot to analyze right now critically. Architects understands governance. We do. We understand that there's frameworks that are being built that help govern our direction, our build. Third, builds community learning. Clark didn't isolate education. She multiplied it. Invite other families. Host book discussions. Start civic workshops. Have children link together over a cause. Education expands when shared. Model intellectual courage. Teach children to ask hard questions respectfully. Silence benefits control. Clarity benefits growth. You are not simply homeschooling for academic success. You are safeguarding intellectual freedom. You are preparing thinkers who understand systems, recognize injustice, communicate clearly, and engage responsibly. Septima Clark reminds us that education is not neutral. It either equips people to participate or leaves them vulnerable to exclusion. Over these 30 episodes, we have explored identity, discipline, stillness, integrity, institution building, environment design, legacy, innovation, and today, defense. Every layer matters because literacy is not a subject, it is a strategy. You are raising architects, architects of thought, architects of systems, architect of culture. And architects defend their foundations. They know who they are, they know what they are, they know who and what they are trying to become and what they represent. If you believe that education should empower, children should think independently, families should build intentionally, communities should lead courageously, then defend the right to learn. Inside the Offer as Homeschool Clarity Roadmap, we don't just plan curriculum, we build thinkers, leaders, designers of sustainable futures. Because literacy charges trajectories, and defended literacy changes history. This has been the Literacy Reset, and this is where architects begin. I want to invite you into the homeschool community. Inside the Offer as Studio, we're looking at plans, activities, thought leadership, AI. We are putting all the pieces together. And that is because we are intentional parents who are becoming educational architects. I have designed systems. I am still sitting in a system that I designed. I want to help you do the same. What I helped build helped hundreds of families over the last 16 years. What you're going to build is going to probably help your family for generations. I have left the link to the school community in the description. I also have left the link for the upcoming webinar. One is tonight at 7:30. You still have time to get in. I have also left the link for the intensive. That's the 4-week cohort program that I have running to help you design the literacy program that you really want for your child, that speaks to your family, speaks to what you're doing, and builds capacity with your home in mind. Not mine, yours. Every child deserves the right to have access to literacy and access to adults who love them and care for them enough to be their guides on the side. Unfortunately, that doesn't always happen. But for those of us who are courageous enough to take this path, because homeschooling is not light, I implore you to go ahead and join. There's nothing to lose and everything to gain. This has been the Literacy Reset, and I look forward to doing more content on this channel that propels us forward on this journey of homeschooling and make sure that our babies are served right. I hope you have enjoyed. I will be coming back because I do have a bonus episode. I do. I was going to surprise it, but I could announce it. I do. I have one more architect to share. And so, again, thank you for staying with me on these 30 days. Thank you for hitting the like button. Please share. Please subscribe to the channel. I need to reach 1,000 followers. I'm happy to be at 100, baby. I celebrate every milestone, okay? But I thank you, and I stand in gratitude, and I stand in alignment with those who are on the same page as me, as we are educational architects for our babies. God bless. Take care. See you in the next video. This has been the Literacy Reset. Let me show you. Many parents ask me, what exactly do you do at Reading for Smiles? Let me show you. Our mission at Reading for Smiles is very simple. We help families raise confident readers, writers, and thinkers. We also produce a YouTube series called Literacy Reset, where we explore powerful literacy lessons through the lives of great thinkers, innovators, and leaders. We have a community called the R4S Homeschool Studio, where homeschool parents come together to learn, plan, and support each other. For parents inside the community, you guys can learn through 2 courses: the Architect Parent, which helps you design homeschool with intention, and the Confident Reader and Writer course, which is a framework for building strong literacy at home. We also offer a homeschool roadmap intensive, where we help parents plan their homeschool year with clarity. And for the babies, of course, we create literacy learning packs, have on-demand courses, and I also have ebooks for parents to help them strengthen their homeschools by developing reading, writing, and thinking skills and programs and projects in the house. If you're homeschooling and you want support raising strong readers and thinkers, then definitely come join our community on School. We can't wait to see you and have you there with us.